Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be discussing here is about the adrenal gland. So what are adrenal glands? Adrenal glands, they are the endocrine glands. So endocrine glands, they are the ductless glands that are responsible for producing important hormones that are required for the, what are they required for? They are required for the metabolic functions and stress response. So they are required for metabolic functions and stress response. So this is what the adrenal glands are. So let's start with it. So introduction. Adrenal glands, they are the endocrine glands that perform a lot of functions in the body. Our body, it has a pair of adrenal glands. So for example, if I there are two kidneys that are present. So on the top of the two kidneys, there are adrenal glands which are present. So one at each kidney. So there are two kidneys, which means there are two adrenal glands which are present. And it is located superior to the kidney. So where it is located, it is located in the upper part of the kidney. So it is located superior to the kidney. Now they are further being divided into two regions. A large, which is a peripherally located adrenal cortex that consists of 80 to 90% of the gland, and there is a small centrally located which is called as the adrenal medulla. So these are divided into two regions. Now, so as you can see here also, this is the each kidney has one adrenal gland. So there is a kidney which is being showing a adrenal gland, and this is the magnified view of the adrenal gland. This is a magnified view of the adrenal gland. So adrenal glands, they are found on the top of the each kidney. Even the name, even the name adrenal directly refers to their location, because in Latin adrenal glands means the ad, which means near, and reins, that means kidney. So it is near the kidney. So these glands, they are also known as suprarenal glands. So on the interior side of the right adrenal gland sits the inferior vena cava and the right lobe of the liver, and the posterior side is flanked by the right crus of the diaphragm. So the stomach, pancreas and spleen, they sit on the interior side of the left adrenal gland, and the posterior side is flanked by the left crus of the diaphragm. So this is what adrenal glands look like. Now this gland usually like about 5 to 3 centimeters in size, and the combined weight of this gland is about 7 to 10 grams. And healthy glands, they are usually yellowish in color. So they are in which color? They are usually yellowish in color. Now I will be talking about the adrenal cortex. So adrenal cortex, which is the outermost layer of the adrenal gland, and it is devoted to the production of the aldosterone, cortisol and androgen hormones. So this adrenal cortex is responsible for the production of various hormones. So first is aldosterone, second is cortisol, and third is the androgen. So they have a specific function to perform also. Now there are three layers of the adrenal cortex which are called the zones, and these can be examined and easily differentiated under a microscope. Now what are the three zones here? Zona glucurosa, fascicuta and rectularis. So these are the three zones. Now if I talk about the zona glomerulosa, so it secretes what it secretes? It secretes the mineral corticosteroids like aldosterone. The next is fasciculata. So it is responsible for producing cortisoids like cortisol. So it is responsible for the production of cortisol and also secretes small quantities of the androgen hormone. So it also produces small quantity of androgen hormones such as testosterone and androstenedione. So these are the types of the androgens. Next, the last is the zona rectularis. So it produces DHES or dehydrotestosterone, which is also called as the androstenedione. So this is what the functions of these three zones. Now comes the adrenal medulla. So the last, and it is the innermost part of the gland, which is called the adrenal medulla. So what it does, it contains the chromaffin cells, which produces the body's main source of catecholamines and endorphins. So they are stored and released in response to the stress. So when they are released when there is a stress. Now, so we have discussed the parts of the adrenal gland. Now we will be discussing about the functions of the adrenal gland. So the main function of the adrenal gland comes when there is a fight or flight response. So this response is being released by the stress hormone from the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland, they produce a variety of hormones, and these hormones, they play a very important role for the normal functioning of the body. The adrenal gland, they also helps to regulate the metabolism and blood pressure through various other hormones. So they regulate the metabolism and blood pressure through various other hormones. Now, there are different hormones of the adrenal gland. Now, what are these hormones? Epinephrine. So, what is the function here? So, epinephrine is also called as the adrenaline. This hormone rapidly responds to stress. So, this hormone rapidly responds to stress by increasing the heart rate and raising the blood glucose levels in the blood. So, this is what is the main function of the epinephrine. Non-epinephrine. So, this hormone is the non-adrenaline. So this hormone works with epinephrine in reacting to the stress. So it is the primary function to mobilize the body and brain for the action. Then comes the hydrocortisone. So this is commonly known as the cortisol. What is it known as? It is known as a cortisol, or it is a steroid hormone, and it is involved in regulating the body functions such as conversion of fats, carbohydrates to energy, and they also play a vital role in the metabolic processes as well. The last is about the corticosterone. So corticosterone, this hormone works with hydrocortisone to control the, what it do is it controls the immune system and prevents the inflammatory reactions. So this was all about the adrenal gland. These are some of the references. Thank you.